Hey everyone, welcome back to another ChromebookParts.com unboxing for a device we're particularly excited to show you, the new Lenovo 14m Chromebook. As far as specs goes, the new MediaTek 540 chip, 8 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage with a 14-inch display. That 540 MediaTek chip has had some pretty surprising results in our benchmark tests that are actually really encouraging. Standard adapter, 65 watt. That's a nice feature. All right, let's take a look. I mean, right off the bat, that has a lot more resemblance to what I would think of as a Chromebook Plus look than a standard Chromebook. So you have your camera cover up top, real nice wide palm rests. The corners don't have any kind of rubber bumper or edge. So on this particular model, if you're using it in a classroom, it might be a good idea to have a case on this just as extra protection. The bottom has this ribbed texture to it that I don't know what it is about it. It's really satisfying. I like it, but I couldn't tell you exactly why. It feels nice. Nice rubber feet, full rubber bumper to give it some clearance on the back with 2 standard rubber bumpers on the front. So that's not going to slide around on you. Good stops anywhere you put it. Feels like a very solid hinge set on this. On one side, we have our USB-A, HDMI, and USB-C. Other side is a USB-C, a USB-A, and a 3.5 jack. I really like that they included the HDMI on this. That'll create some better versatility in the classroom. The trackpad is a really nice size, larger trackpad, nice feedback on the keyboard. For membrane keys, I even kind of like the sound of them. Let's plug it in, take a look at how these ports feel. Little bit of wiggle in these ports. I'm interested to open these up and see exactly what's attaching these to the boards. Make sure this isn't going to be a failure point for this device. But now that we're plugged in, let's see how quick we can get this thing to power on. And just like that, it's already on. That is the fastest Chromebook startup sequence I have ever seen, hands down. It was instant. I had barely pushed the button and it was on. Again, trackpad feels good. Clicks are at different points very responsive. Even at the top of the trackpad, I can click, and it's just as responsive as the bottom of the trackpad. That's nice. A lot of times, those clicks are confined really to that bottom quarter, bottom third of the trackpad. So being able to click anywhere, probably personal preference, but I like it. Having the speakers right here next to the keyboard facing you a little more than the more hidden integrated ones that can be around your hinge, I like that better. I've found in the past that just gives me better sound quality, so I always like to see that, especially on a larger device like this. Right now, from this screen, from everything I'm seeing, this is a fantastic screen. Of course, that chirped at me right as I was finishing that. Hopefully we didn't pick that up. Yeah, I really want to investigate these ports a little more because of that little bit of wiggle. I don't know if it was the charging plug itself or the port. So let's flip this over, open it up, and see what we can find. We have 6 screws. I'm hoping, like the other new units they have, they're all captive. That's always nice. So this screw just popped off the bottom cover for us. That gives you a great entry point to make your repair super quick and easy, assuming the insides allow for it. But I mean, look at that. I don't have to go digging for that at all to pop this open. Yeah, really nice. All right, first thing that stands out to me here is this USB-C on the motherboard being connected by the ribbon cable and just 2 screws, just like the 100E and 500E Gen 5. That's a dream for repair. You could have a USB-C replacement done in a minute if you needed to. Reinforcement bars over all of the ports, so you have that extra support to strengthen them so those aren't going to wiggle loose of their soldering joints as easily. Having those metal reinforcement bars helps me feel a lot better about that little wiggle I felt. I think that was just in the plug then, especially with how rigid all of these are. Everything is way out in the open, very easy to replace. I'm curious if these have the same battery screws that the Gen 5 of the other ones do. They do, so even your battery screws are captive in there. I could take out and swap this battery and never have a screw on my mat or a screw to lose. That's fantastic. The only thing that I would say looking in here is the keyboard isn't replaceable from the top, so you will have to take out a few components to replace that keyboard. It looks like it's all one piece, not quite as simple as their smaller models. The hinges each have 3 screws, a good amount of metal on the hinge brackets. They're not super deep set, so we'll have to see how long those last and how durable they are. But overall, looking at this with the bottom cover off, very simple to repair. Everything's out in the open. This is going to be a very highly repairable device. Now let's pop the bezel off and take a look at this LCD. So far, that is coming off very nicely. So I'm not going to take this bezel completely off. Looks like there's a few more hidden clips down here. So I'm not seeing any screws holding the screen to the back cover. So there's going to be adhesive behind there. Any screen replacement is going to use some double-sided tape. So the screens are going to be a little bit more work on this one, which is fairly normal for a 14-inch device. So that's the Lenovo 14M. Love the size of it. The aesthetics of it, it looks sleek, it looks modern. I really like that we have an HDMI, dual USB-Cs, and dual USB-A, and it lets us keep that 3.5 headphone jack. As a whole, I would give this, as far as a 14-inch Chromebook goes, a 5 out of 5. I haven't seen one that I've liked more than this one. For repairability, just that USB-C port alone on the motherboard being attached with a ribbon cable and a couple of screws is really tempting to send this straight to a 5 out of 5. Everything is accessible, except that keyboard and the screen are going to be a little bit more work than their smaller models. Because of that, I would give this one a 4 out of 5 for those 2 things. But overall, that replaceable USB-C port makes me not hate having to do a little extra work on a couple of things, because it makes it so I can spend a couple bucks instead of replacing an entire motherboard. That is just a game changer. I hope everybody adopts that same USB-C port method on every Chromebook moving forward. That's it for today. Thanks for joining us on this one. We'll see you on the next one.